Hey, it's Craig. Welcome to 1 Minute Later. So tonight I'm talking about something that kind of fills the air this time of year. Not a sermon, not a news story, just a sound that says more than most of us realize. So let's go ahead and get started. You know, there's a certain hum that shows up this time of year. You're standing in your driveway after dark, and out past the tree line, you can hear it. It's that low mechanical growl rolling across a field. When I first moved to Kansas, I thought it was thunder. And then I thought to myself, great, there's going to be tornado sirens again. But nope. That's just the sound of harvest, apparently. Yeah, engines chewing through the acres of corn in the dark like some kind of diesel-powered animal that doesn't need sleep. And back where I grew up, the only thing working that late was the Taco Bell drive-thru. So the first time I heard that hum, I was honestly ready to call 911. But today, it's kind of comforting. It's like a heartbeat for the town. The other night I ran into a farmer and I asked him why he was still out there at 11:30. And he said, you don't quit when the weather's right, which I've learned is Heartland code for the clock means absolutely nothing. The forecast means everything. And that's the first thing you learn about farming around here, I think. It's not a job. It's a season-long staring contest with the sky. Over the years, I've picked up a few things from farmers, mostly by just observing them and keeping my mouth shut. And here's some of the things, at least I've noticed. If a farmer says he's a little behind, it means he's working 18-hour days and hasn't eaten since breakfast. Quote-unquote good rain is the closest thing to a love language that's out there. And they'll apologize for their field the way city people apologize for their messy kitchen. A farmer's version of optimism? Well, it could have been worse. And they don't waste time complaining. When your whole life depends on the weather, you learn early that nobody's listening to your pity party. You'll see a guy whose field just got flattened by hail, and he'll just turn and he'll say, well, I guess I'll try again next year. It's not denial. That's survival. I used to think faith was believing something good would happen. Now I think it's believing something might and showing up anyway. Driving across the Midwest, it's kind of like watching a time lapse of patience. Corn, soybeans, wheat, all lined up in rows in a cathedral nobody ever built, but everybody depends on. And the funny thing is, none of it really stays here. What's growing just outside town will end up as bread in Chicago or dog food in Phoenix, maybe even tofu in New York City. This place, the one people call flyover country, is the reason their grocery shelves don't look empty. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? We get called the middle of nowhere, but we're feeding everywhere. A few months ago, I overheard a guy at the co-op talking about land prices. He said his cousin sold off part of the family farmland that had been theirs for almost a century. When somebody asked how it felt, he just shrugged. He said, it's just dirt. But it's not just dirt, is it? It's birthdays and droughts and funerals, bad harvests, the first kisses in a pickup truck. It's everything that's happened since great-grandpa took a chance on a piece of ground and hoped it would take care of them. While city people inherit savings accounts, out here, people inherit soil and the responsibility to make something grow from it. And they don't take it lightly. They know how fragile it all is. One bad year, one lost crop, one storm that overstays its welcome, and it can all change. I don't really live out in the country, but it's all around me, and I've learned that the sound of harvest is not noise. It's actually gratitude in motion. Every time I hear those engines hum late at night, I think about how much of life depends on somebody else's hard work that we're probably never going to see. The book of James says, be patient then, brothers and sisters, like the farmer who waits for the land to yield its crop. And that verse hits pretty different out here, doesn't it? Because patience isn't passive. It's working hard while you wait for what only God can do. That's faith. Not faith in the harvest, faith in the one who makes things grow, faith with mud on its boots. And tonight, it's probably humming across the heartland. Hey, thanks for listening to 1 Minute Later. If this episode hit home, share it with somebody who still believes in good things taking time. And I'll see you next time.